Seniors, stop taking these 3 vitamins. They are destroying your leg strength. You might be taking 3 common vitamins every day, believing they're helping you stay strong, mobile, and independent. But what if those same vitamins were quietly weakening your legs, throwing off your balance, and putting your freedom at risk? Many older adults assume that more vitamins mean better health, but that's not always true. In fact, certain supplements, especially when taken in high doses after age 60, can actually do more harm than good. They may slowly break down muscle tissue, increase your risk of falls, and over time, contribute to serious mobility and strength issues that are often mistaken for normal aging. In this video, we'll uncover which 3 vitamins to watch out for, how they may be affecting your body, and what to do instead to stay strong, steady, and independent as you age. Let's talk about one of the most surprising ones, vitamin E. For years, vitamin E has been praised as a miracle supplement. People take it for everything from heart health and glowing skin to anti-aging benefits. But here's what most don't know. For older adults, this supplement can actually be harmful, especially when taken in high doses. Unlike vitamin C, which your body flushes out if you take too much, vitamin E is fat-soluble. That means it sticks around. It gets stored in your liver and fat tissue, building up slowly over time. When too much vitamin E builds up, especially in amounts over 400 IU daily, which is common in over-the-counter supplements, it can start to interfere with how your muscles work. This might show up as feeling a little more tired than usual when walking through the grocery store, needing a moment to rise from a chair, or feeling dizzy when you stand up too quickly. These signs can seem like normal aging, but often something else is quietly going on inside your body. Too much vitamin E can disrupt the way your muscles and nerves communicate, which weakens leg strength and coordination. For someone already losing muscle due to age, this can speed up the process and make it harder to stay steady. Over time, this might mean needing a cane, a walker, or even a wheelchair, things many of us hope to avoid for as long as possible. And there's another layer to this issue. Vitamin E in high doses can thin your blood. For older adults taking medications that already do this, like blood thinners, the risks are even higher. It can make you more prone to bruising, internal bleeding, and serious injuries if you fall. A stumble that might have been nothing in your younger years can suddenly become life-changing. What makes this even more concerning? These effects don't come with warning labels. There's no small print that says, "This may quietly weaken your muscles or affect your balance." That's why so many well-meaning people continue taking daily vitamins out of habit, not realizing those very pills could be working against their strength and mobility. This isn't about fear. It's about awareness. Your body is resilient, but it evolves with age. What helped you at 30 might not support you the same way at 70. That's why supplements shouldn't be taken on autopilot. They should be chosen with care, based on your unique needs, not just what the label claims. Because when it comes to protecting your independence, your energy, and your strength, knowledge is your greatest defense. Stay tuned, because up next, we'll reveal the first of the 3 vitamins you may need to rethink, starting today. If you've been taking vitamin E without your doctor's advice, especially in high doses, it might be time to ask yourself an honest question. Is this really helping me, or could it be quietly harming my body? It's easy to assume that a well-known vitamin is always safe, but what if that same healthy supplement is quietly affecting your strength, balance, or independence? And if that's true for one vitamin, what about others you take every day? Let's move on to another surprising one, vitamin A. You might find this even more unexpected. Vitamin A is often seen as a must-have for healthy aging. It's known for supporting your immune system, helping your skin, and keeping your eyes in good shape. For years, many older adults have taken it without thinking twice. But here's the thing. While vitamin A is important in the right amount, too much of it, especially over time, can do more harm than good. As we get older, our bodies change how they process and store nutrients. That makes it easier to take in too much and harder to get rid of the excess. Vitamin A is fat-soluble, which means your body stores it rather than flushing it out through urine like other vitamins. Over time, it builds up in your liver and soft tissues, where it can begin to cause real damage. This buildup can happen more easily than you'd think, especially if you take a multivitamin, cod liver oil, or eat foods that are fortified with vitamin A. One of the most serious issues tied to too much vitamin A is bone loss. Studies have shown that high levels of vitamin A can speed up bone thinning, especially in the hips and legs, the same bones that keep you steady and independent. For seniors with bones that are already more fragile, even a small increase in brittleness can turn a minor slip into a major fracture that changes everything. But the risks don't stop with your skeleton. Excess vitamin A can also weaken the muscles that help stabilize your legs. You might start noticing fatigue in your hips or thighs, or maybe your legs feel sore more often. Walking might seem a little harder than it used to be. These changes are easy to brush off as normal signs of aging, but what if they're not? What if that daily supplement you thought was helping is actually part of the problem? What makes this so tricky is that vitamin A toxicity doesn't come with loud, clear warning signs. It doesn't shout, it whispers. Maybe you find yourself sitting more than usual. Maybe stairs seem a bit more difficult. Maybe you're choosing to stay home more often, avoiding your usual walks around the neighborhood. These small changes might not seem like much, but over time, they can slowly reshape your life. They chip away at your confidence, your movement, and your independence. The truth is, no supplement should be taken on autopilot, especially after age 60. As we age, our nutritional needs shift. And if we're not paying attention, something that once supported our health might start quietly wearing us down. That's why it's important to have an honest conversation with your doctor, especially if you take vitamin A regularly or combine it with other supplements or fortified foods. What's meant to protect you should never come at the cost of your mobility and strength. The cost of doing nothing could be much greater than you realize. And if something is commonly recommended, as vitamin A can slowly weaken your bones and legs, what about the vitamins we're told boost energy and brain power? One of the most surprising among them is vitamin B6. It might be the warning sign you never saw coming because of how it quietly harms your nerves and legs while being advertised as helpful. Let's talk about vitamin B6. You may be taking it for focus or energy, but it could be behind that numb, tingling feeling in your legs. It often starts small, just a light buzzing in your toes. Then slowly, it climbs. Your steps feel less steady, your feet lose feeling, and one day, your legs begin to feel strange, almost like they're no longer part of you. Many seniors chalk this up to aging, poor circulation, or diabetes. But what if the true cause isn't a disease at all? What if it's a vitamin you've been faithfully taking every day, hoping to stay mentally sharp or energized? Vitamin B6 is commonly found in multivitamins, energy pills, and brain health supplements. It's promoted as something that supports metabolism and the nervous system, especially for older adults. But few people know this vitamin can become toxic when taken in high amounts, especially to the nerves in your legs and feet. And the worst part? The damage it causes doesn't always go away once you stop taking it, unlike many other water-soluble vitamins which the body usually flushes out when there's too much. Vitamin B6 can build up and start interfering with how your nerves send signals. This starts to happen at levels over 100 mg per day, a dose that's more common in over-the-counter supplements than most people think. The result is something called peripheral neuropathy, a nerve condition that affects more than just your sense of touch. It can shake your balance, coordination, and overall ability to move. You may feel like your feet aren't landing quite right, or you might trip over nothing. Going downstairs may feel scary, and you might start avoiding outings altogether. Even worse in some cases. The nerve damage from too much B6 can't be reversed, leaving you with lingering numbness or weakness. The emotional toll is just as heavy. We depend on our legs not just to move us, but to help us live with dignity. Losing your ability to walk confidently changes everything. The ability to walk into your doctor's office on your own, to enjoy a peaceful walk in the park, or to stand in the kitchen and cook a meal. All of it can vanish because of one seemingly harmless habit. A supplement you believed was helping could actually be robbing you of your independence, safety, and strength. This issue is far more common than most people realize. Every day, more Older adults are unknowingly affected, not because they've done something wrong, but because they trusted that anything labeled as a vitamin must be safe. But here's the truth. Even vitamins require care and intention. Just because it's available on the shelf doesn't mean it's right for your body, especially as you age. What's meant to support your energy and well-being should never come at the cost of your confidence, balance, or mobility. That's why today's information matters, because being informed is the first step to staying strong, steady, and in control of your health. What once gave you strength and energy can, over time, quietly begin to take it away. After looking closely at the risks tied to vitamins E, A, and B6, one thing becomes clear. The idea that more is better can sometimes be more dangerous than the pills themselves. But this story doesn't end with vitamins. There's something else, something many seniors face every day, that weakens the legs and robs people of their independence. And it's not a supplement. It's a habit, a lifestyle choice. One that's easy to ignore and even easier to normalize. So what does all this really mean for you? It's easy to scroll past a list of vitamin warnings and think, that's not for me. But this isn't just another article. This is personal. You've faced change. You've adapted. You've carried years of wisdom, strength, and resilience. And now it's about making sure that the small daily choices, even something as simple as the vitamins you take with your morning coffee, are truly working with your body, not against it. As we age, our bodies evolve. What once gave us energy or protection might now have a different effect. That includes routines, old habits, and yes, even the supplements we once trusted without thinking twice. Wanting to stay healthy, independent, and strong isn't a weakness. It's a sign of strength. And if you're here, it means you care. You're paying attention. But here's the truth. Those same daily vitamins may be slowly weakening your legs, affecting your balance, and chipping away at the freedom you've spent a lifetime building. Let's uncover what's really going on and what you can do today to protect your strength for the years ahead. When leg strength begins to fade, it doesn't always make a dramatic entrance. It could be as small as pausing at the curb before stepping off, or needing to push a little harder to get up from your favorite chair. You might choose the elevator instead of the stairs, not because you're lazy, but because your legs don't feel as steady as they once did. These shifts at first feel like minor adjustments, but slowly they start shaping your days. You move less. You avoid certain things. Your schedule begins to revolve around your limitations rather than your desires. And here's the risk: the body adapts to weakness, to less activity, to cautiousness. Muscles shrink. Bones lose strength. And before long, the threat of falls, fractures, and lost independence becomes very real. What's hardest is that these changes don't always come from illness. They're not always from age either. Sometimes they're the result of good intentions, of trying to stay healthy, but doing so without the right information. No one may have told you that too much vitamin A could weaken your bones, or that too much vitamin E might drain strength from your legs, or that vitamin B6 taken for energy could numb the nerves that let you walk. But now you know. And that knowledge? That's not something to fear. It's a gift, a form of power. You have more control than you think. You can start protecting your legs, your independence, and your well-being by doing something simple. Look at your supplements. Talk to your doctor. Ask the right questions. And most importantly, listen to the quiet signals your body has been trying to send. This is your chance to make a choice that truly supports your strength and dignity, starting today. There's still time to make a change. Your body hasn't given up on you. It's still capable of gaining strength, recovering, and carrying you forward into the years ahead. But it needs your care, it needs your attention, now more than ever. So take a moment, reflect. Think about what you're putting into your body each day, because those choices are shaping your future. They're pointing you in a direction toward strength or struggle. Speaking of tomorrow, there's one more truth that we often ignore: inactivity. Long hours of sitting. We overlook it, but it may be doing more harm than any vitamin ever could. That quiet habit that creeps into daily life can be just as dangerous as any supplement taken the wrong way. So now comes the question that really matters. What do you do next? Now that you've seen the truth, how do you protect the most precious things you've worked for, your health, your strength, your independence? The answer isn't fear, and it's certainly not regret. The answer is awareness, gentle, empowering awareness. Because every meaningful change begins with it. You can't go back and rewrite the past. But starting today, you can make smarter, kinder choices for your future. And it begins with curiosity, not panic. Go to that bottle on your kitchen counter or bathroom shelf and simply ask, does this still serve the version of me I am today? When's the last time you really looked at that label? Checked the dose? Asked yourself if it matches your body's needs now, not years ago. We all want to trust words like anti-aging or supports brain health. But your body is unique. And the older we get, the more precision matters. Even too much of something good, when taken without care, can quietly create problems over time. The next loving step. Talk to a doctor who understands the aging body. Not every provider specializes in senior care, and you deserve more than generic advice. You deserve a real conversation, one that looks at your medications, your movement, your nutrition, and your lifestyle, and if you can, request a full nutrient panel. Your numbers don't lie. They'll show you what's missing, what's overflowing, and what needs attention. Catching imbalances early doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're paying attention. It means you're stepping into your power. And through all of this, please remember, your body doesn't crave pills. It craves nourishment. Whole, real food, lean proteins, colorful vegetables, healthy fats. These aren't just good for you. They are your body's most trusted, time-tested form of medicine. Let food be the foundation. Let supplements play a supporting role, not the lead. Taking action now isn't weakness. It's strength. It's a quiet promise you make to yourself that says, I care, I'm not done yet. I still have more living to do. So now comes the question that really matters. What do you do next? Now that you've seen the truth, how do you protect the most precious things you've worked for? Your health, your strength, your independence. The answer isn't fear, and it's certainly not regret. The answer is awareness, gentle, empowering awareness, because every meaningful change begins with it. You can't go back and rewrite the past. It's good for you. They are your body's most trusted, time-tested form of medicine. Let food be the foundation. Let supplements play a supporting role, not the lead. Taking action now isn't weakness. It's strength. It's a quiet promise you make to yourself that says, I care, I'm not done yet. I still have more living to do. You've come too far, lived through too much, and learned too many valuable lessons to let something preventable take away your confidence, your mobility, or your freedom. But there's one more piece we haven't talked about yet. Even if your supplements are balanced and your food choices are thoughtful, there may still be something quietly working against your legs. It's not a pill, it's not a food. It's your daily habits, the time spent sitting, the moments you stay still too long. And most people never realize that stillness could be silently shaping your future. Let's look a little closer together. Now let me leave you with something personal. I've lived through over 100 years of life, through love, loss, and the quiet rebuilding of strength. And what I've come to understand is this: disease isn't always the biggest threat as we grow older. The real danger is believing that decline is inevitable, that weakness is just part of aging. I've seen too many strong, capable people slowly lose their independence, not because of illness, but because of a small daily habit they never questioned. Often it was something as simple as a supplement they thought was helping. I speak to you today not as a doctor or expert, but as someone who has stood in that same moment of doubt, wondering why my legs felt weaker, why the stairs seemed steeper, why something didn't feel quite right. And I share this not to scare you, but to remind you that you still have power. You still have time. You still have the ability to protect your body, your balance, and your freedom. Because aging isn't the end, it's a new beginning. It's a chance to move with more intention, to listen to what your body is telling you, and to let go of habits that no longer serve you. It's not about chasing the newest trend or doing more than you can. It's about doing what matters most, paying attention, staying curious, and choosing actions that support your body and your spirit. So don't wait. Be present. Be thoughtful. Be strong in the quiet, steady way that only wisdom brings. And now I'd love to hear from you. What's one small insight from this video that spoke to you? One shift you're ready to make, or one habit you're reconsidering? Share it in the comments below. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. If this video helped you reflect or made you feel more in control, type yes in the comments. And if you're still thinking it through, type no. We welcome all honest voices here. Your feedback means more than you know, and if you'd like more thoughtful, senior-focused videos like this, remember to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you for spending your time with us. And here's to living with purpose, strength, and joy on your own terms.